It's March 31st, 2025. This is my second estimate of the day. This is a previous customer, the Bakeys in Winter Park, and they called me out for general soft washing. That's what they put in the notes. We have done work for them before. We also have pictures and all that stuff like that already for them. Let's see if we got the price calculator going. Price calculator is updated. All right. They are at 4846 square feet. So they have not been presented a PEAR maintenance plan before. So that will be my offer that I'm going to present to them, because I present every single person with that offering. Pulling up to their house now, I am going to present to them the offer, because I think they live in a big, beautiful house, and this is the best thing for them. I'm parking in front of the door, making sure I don't park directly on the other side of a car. And I just parked and grabbing my notebook and getting out of the car. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you again. Here's my card. How's it going?
Too bad. You know, I got a text from one of your people, so I guess it's about time.
Yeah, absolutely. What are we looking to do today?
Well, I think the roof needs it. I think the pavers, the driveway, these pavers probably need it cleaned and sealed. Beyond that, I don't think much. That's a lot.
Well, I have two ways I can solve the cleaning issue. I've got my one-time cleaning method, but I want to try to convince you to join my maintenance package so that I can just maintain your house and everything stays really clean.
I was gonna ask you about that.
Good. You want to talk out here? You want to go inside? What's your preference?
This is pretty good.
Okay. So the way that it works is I do it off of square feet. I think you guys are at 4,800, is that correct?
Maybe something like that, yeah.
Okay, so you'd be at 300. There is no contract. You can cancel at any time, so you're not locked into anything. I make it real easy to get out of if you want. The way that this works is I come by 4 times per year to maintain your house, and I only use 10% bleach mixed with 90% water.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, if I'm spraying your house once or your roof once a year, and I overspray and it lands into your landscape, it's not going to burn or anything. So it's easier for us to clean, and overall, it's a better process for us. So once a year, we'll clean your roof. Obviously, you called me out here for roof cleaning, so if you felt like this was a good plan for you, I would do the roof cleaning. I'd do 2 times for your roof. I'd clean it here, and then I'd also clean it here. Roof oil doesn't apply to you because that applies to shingle roofs. Do you have gutters?
Yeah, not all the way around, but I do.
Are they colored? Are they white or are they
brown?
They're brown. Okay. So I'm going to lower your price because you don't have that. And do you have a screen enclosure in the back?
No.
All right, so I'll make sure you really get a lower price. So you have a few gutters, so we'll clean the inside of your gutters twice a year. We'll also soft wash your house. So I've eliminated the ability for my guys to pressure wash, and they only spray soft washing, which means they'll spray like 4 to 7 gallons of water at like 100 to 150 psi. And they'll clean the outside of your fascia, your soffits, your windows, your frames, your tracks, your screens, everything. So I buy a overpriced soap that I mix in with my bleach because it's bleach stable. And whenever I rinse the windows will actually rinse off really well and have clean windows. Your paint is in constant war with the sun, so we spray a protective coating onto your paint after we're done washing your house. We do that twice a year. And that prolongs the need for you to paint your house. Every single time we come to your house, every quarter, we're going to clean every inch of your outdoor flat work. So your curb, your sidewalk, your front porch, your driveway, your back porch, any side paths that you have. Walls or fences are cleaned once a year. Outdoor upholstery is cleaned once a year. We'll clean the fabric, and we'll also clean the base that it's on. So I don't know if you know, but my background, I've taken like all kinds of cool classes throughout the years. I've been doing this since 2006. Outdoor upholstery doesn't have any dye sites in the yarn. We can clean and sanitize that with bleach, soap, and water when we clean your upholstery. It also applies to awnings and umbrellas and things like that. I was invited in January to speak in a cleaning convention in Vegas with a bunch of cleaning nerds. So I've traveled around the country, taken classes, trained other guys. So upholstery is a piece of cake to clean.
So the stuff we have in the back, You know, we've had it for 20 years and it's held up pretty well because it's a really good quality stuff. I just don't want to damage it in any way. You actually use bleach on it, huh? I've never done anything other than put it in the washing machine, and it turns out pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, polyester doesn't have any dye sites in the yarn. It has to be that way because if it was sitting in the sun would bleach it out if there were dye sites. So like wool and silk, when you look at a wool area rug and you see multiple colors on there, when you look at sheep, there's no multiple colored sheets. So when you take that wool, they have to have dye sites in the yarn to be able to accept color. Polyester, when it's made in the factory, it goes through a machine called a spinneret, and they put the synthetic goods and also the dyes in there, and they melt it into a strand, and they drop it in the factory for about 2 or 3 stories to cool it. Then they wrap it up so that they could use it to make whatever they want to make with the polyester yarn. So I'll take a look at it, but I think it's perfectly fine, especially at my bleach dilution ratio.
I think I'd rather keep doing what I'm doing with the upholstery back there, because I just strip it off, throw it in the washing machine, it comes out really nice.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I can take that off. Paver sealing, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't seal with your pavers. I know that we sealed it before for you. Here's what I've learned over the years. Most people, they want to get their pavers clean, and they want it without weeds. And that's usually the reason why they want to get it sealed. Some people like the aesthetic look that sealed pavers give. Under this plan, I'm going to keep your pavers clean without weeds. Mm-hmm. If you like pavers sealed, though, what I do now under this program is I'll buy the sealer from my supplier. I'll have them delivered to your house. I'll pay for the sealer. I'll give you the receipt. You pay me back. So you pay the low contractor price. You pay that cost. Labor is included. The model, though, if you want to follow this, is if you have pavers that are in the sun or the rain, paver sealer usually will last about a year or 2. So the model that I like to follow is first year, you put 2 coats down, and then you keep it clean throughout the year, and then the following year you just put a real thin coat on top, and that will keep it pretty. But you got to put that real quick thin coat down. So if it takes 3 pails to do your driveway and we only use 2, when we come back again we'll use that 3rd pail. My opinion has been changed over the years, and most people they don't care about the aesthetic value. They care more about clean pavers without weeds, because they feel like I have to seal pavers because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they also think that you got to put a bunch of sand in there, but sand is not supposed to look like grout. Like your sand is actually a really good height, but sand should be like 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch below the top part. That way it can flow out. It helps minimize like the organic growth in between the joints and the pavers. So this is a really good sand height. So looking down here, you have a couple areas that are a little high. That right there, that looks wonderful. That's a good height. This is a little high, this is a little high, and that's where some of the growth is.
So you get all this black junk out of it. Right?
We get all the black junk out, yeah. We'd get it all out. And then the other 2 benefits that you receive is you get free debris removal from your roof. So if you're driving in and there's a hurricane or there's something, and I make it really easy, all you have to do is send us a text, give us a call, whatever your preference is, and just say, hey, can you put me on the list to blow off the roof? And we won't charge you for it. You can do that up to once a month if you want. And then if you're entertaining guests, you got family or friends coming by and you want us to clean up the front porch area, driveway, back porch, you can call us out for a touch-up for free. You don't have to use this longer than an hour. It's just a free gift that we like to give to our customers. If you felt like this was a good plan for you, how it would work, so you normally would be at $300 if you had all of those services there. But since we're taking off 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can drop you down to... So it would be $720 to get started. So whatever we decide we want to do in Q2, like I can move the roof cleaning over here. Whatever we decide in Q2, that's how much $720 would be. And then your monthly prepayments will begin the month after your first cleaning. So you would pay for the first quarter here, and then there would be a payment in June, payment in July, payment in August, and we come clean for you again in August. So it's you always prepay for your next service.
So right now you would do roof and the exterior, and then does this one get done again, or
it does get done again.
And then we would switch to this being the roof.
Correct.
That's just the best time to do roof for some reason.
The reason why I did that is because it's cooler for my guys to be on a roof at the end of the year versus in May it's hot. Here's the only catch. Since I mix with this cleaning solution at 10% bleach mixed with 90% water, things stop growing when we spray that onto the surface. but it takes a little bit of time just because of the nature of the way chemistry works. So if you've got the patience, the needle will move and it will eventually get clean. I just don't want to, I haven't looked at your roof yet, but I just don't want you to walk out after we drive away and say, hey honey, come out here, let's take a look to see what we paid for, and you look out here and go, the roof looks exactly the same. Bleach works as it dries. You'll see it start to be clean in like 30 to 60 days at that lower concentration level. But if you are like, hey, look, I like this idea, but if you guys come, I want to clean all the way, I do have the option to add a couple extra bucks to pressure wash your pavers and to add extra bleach, the 50% strength of bleach onto your roof, so by the time we leave, it's 100% clean. I personally don't believe pavers should ever be pressure washed. I believe that they should be soft washed, because if you pressure wash them all the time, that's your natural way that you're going to maintain them, is you're always pressure washing them. Then you're going to take off the pretty part of the patina, and it will displace the foundational sand. But as a regular way of maintaining your pavers, I don't agree with pressure washing. I believe in just soft washing. Which
even for the first time when it kind of
that's the thing, is if you're okay with us moving the needle that it's going to get clean, then this process will work well for you, as long as you and I are on the same page that it's going to take a little bit of time. But if you want me to hurry up the process up and then we can keep it clean, that's your style, then I can just add a little bit of extra time in there for us to pressure wash.
So would that be every time?
No, it would just be one time. Just do the one-time option on the first cleaning. I had to put that in there because some clients like that. We have 181 people on this program now. So our company is like, that's the direction that we're heading, is just maintaining all of these quarterly customers. Yeah. And it's a great value.
I wouldn't mind having, if it needs to be initially more harshly cleaned and then more gently after that, that would be fine. But, whatever, this is what you do. I would trust what you say. That if it doesn't need that, then...
In my opinion, it doesn't. But if you are going to be upset that after we leave, that still looks like that, right when we leave, then we need to make sure we talk about that now, because I don't want you to be disappointed. That's why I have that little addendum.
Okay, but it even without the pressure wash part, it will within a couple months be no different than with or without it. Is that what you're saying? Or
if this is a 10 right now, which it's not a 10, it's I would say this is like a 5. Your pavers here. That's more of like a 10. The sidewalk's more of like a 10. But this right here, we're going to get rid of the weeds, and we're going to spray everything off. I'd say if this was a 10 in its current state, we'd probably drop it down to like a 7 here. And then that sidewalk there, if that's a 10, we'd probably drop that down to like a 9 or an 8 by the time we leave. In a couple months, you're going to see this get a little bit cleaner. And then when we spray it again,
on its own.
Yeah, when we spray it again, it's going to get a little bit more cleaner, a little more cleaner. And eventually, it's just going to look awesome and perfect. It will stop the growth, so it won't get worse. We're going to press pause, and then we're going to start rolling back, and it's going to start getting clean. The reason for that is when my guys show up, we have the pressure washing option is you got to use a surface cleaner. It's like that brush thing with the tips that spin underneath it, and we have to walk real slow. It creates a lot of mud and displacement of the sand. So, number one, you got to walk real slow to pressure wash everything. Then you have to rinse all the sand and all the gunk off and into the street or into the grass. And then you have to post-treat it with a heavy bleach, because if you just use pressure, all this stuff right here under a microscope has a root system. So you want to kill it with the chemical, or else it will look good for like a month, and then it will come back like ferociously because you just spread all the seeds around. So for us to do your driveway, sidewalk, and front area right here, for us to pressure wash it might take us like an hour or two. Whereas this methodology here, I can do it in 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And so that's why I'm able to do so much every single time, is because it's a lot easier to do. But I'm happy to do it the first time, pressure wash it.
All right. Is that extra?
It is extra, yeah. I just charge extra for the time. So if you wanted to do the extra, I just got to do a real quick lap of the property, but it's either going to be $150 or $300, one of the two.
Yeah.
I just got to see how much property.
So, and then you can take a credit card, and then you'll just auto pay it. Is there an additional charge with the credit card?
There is not, no. Is it okay if I go over this really quick? Because this will catch everything up. It says, I understand that the PEAR maintenance program can be canceled at any time. However, monthly payments are non-refundable, and there are no refunds for the initial investment if the program is canceled less than 3 business days before your scheduled appointment. That's $720 amount. If you decide to cancel less than 3 days before your first cleaning, then I'm not going to give you your money back. The best time to cancel is right after a cleaning.
Yeah.
And then if we clean for you in May and you don't want to get cleaned in August, but you pay for June and July, I'm not going to give you June and July back. Well, I'll be, hey, let's just clean for you in August, and then we're even Steven.
Fair enough.
With that being said, last year I had less than 2% attrition, less than 2% of people left. I understand that the PEAR maintenance plan includes no extra charges, except for sealer, sand, and work beyond the 1 hour touch-up. I understand that only one technician will be assigned to my job at a time. I understand that cleaning standards vary, and I'll work with Perfect PEAR to meet my expectations. What that means is, if we clean for you and you come out and you go, what the heck? They missed that spot, that corner on my house. I will never ever give you a problem if you contact us and say, I need you guys to touch something up because it's not up to par.
Okay.
All you have to do is send a quick text and then we'll come back. I won't fight you at all. I understand that Perfect PEAR uses a cleaning solution of 10% bleach and 90% water, which may require several visits to achieve 100% clean state on heavily soiled areas. I understand that if I cancel after receiving a cleaning, but before being charged for that month, the charge will still be processed. No additional charges will occur after cancellation. So since we charge on the 15th, if you get cleaned on the 5th, we'll still charge you on the 15th, and then it will be all done. I understand that the initial payment for the PEAR maintenance program covers that quarter's services and not the next 3 months, and monthly payments start the month after my first cleaning.
Okay.
Does that one track?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I understand that my credit card would be billed monthly, totaling 12 charges per year. This ensures I receive at least 4 scheduled services annually, with the option to use monthly touch-ups.
Yep.
I understand that I do not need to be home for the work to be completed, but I must provide access to the cleaning areas, and that Perfect PEAR will notify me by email and text 2 weeks before and on the day of the service.
Okay.
I understand that Perfect PEAR will provide photos of any service performed upon request via email or WhatsApp. It's really important for roof cleaning. Some people want that, before and afters of roof cleanings, and they also want before and afters of gutter cleanings, because they're like, I want to know what the heck's going on up there. And so if you want that, we'll happily send it. I understand that I must schedule any sealer or sand applications with Perfect PEAR at least 2 weeks in advance of the scheduled cleaning, and ensure these materials are ready and accessible for the technician. Okay. So I have my supplier deliver it to you if you want to go that route.
Okay.
And the last one is, I understand that the initial cleaning may require adjustments if it take longer than subsequent cleanings for homes on the maintenance schedule. For example, immediate pressure washing of sidewalks and driveways may be necessary during the first cleaning if I prefer immediate results over gradual cleaning to chemical treatment. So you want to take a lap around the house together?
Yeah, sure. So the immediate one is just once after that. It should be pressure washing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because we're going to coat your driveway and sidewalk every time we're around here. But I'd probably do your house first if I were you. In May, I would do your house, and then we could hit your roof here. But we are doing your house in August, but up there,
But you don't do them together.
I can, but if you're like, hey, can we do both and knock it out, then I can charge a couple extra bucks. But to keep everything without any extra charges, this is considered a big service. This is considered a big service. I can treat like this lower part here really easy from the ground, just like 5 seconds. So it's not but your house washing will take a little bit more TLC, because we want to get up in there and we've got to clean all up inside there. And
actually, that little balcony is pretty darn filthy. It needs to be washed out. It's all outdoor. We don't really go out there, but it just accumulates a lot of crap. So that would be part of house washing.
Yeah, you have to, or it look disgusting that we don't do it. Yeah, and they need to go. They need to climb up there. They need to put their back to your door. Clean all the stuff that's all up there, all around everywhere, and clean it all and rinse it all off. All that same product that's going on the house is going to land on your roof. So you're kind of getting a twofer, at least on this area here, where people can see on the street anyways. Yeah, you have high-end upholstery.
Yeah, it's brown and brown or something like that.
Yeah, if you want to just maintain it yourself, that's fine. But just rest assured, bleach wouldn't be affected on those.
Yeah, it just cleans up so well in the washing machine.
Yeah. I'm a total nerd when it comes to textiles. I'm a master textile cleaner and a senior carpet inspector with the IICRC.
Yeah.
So I clean wool and linen, area rugs, and silk, and all kinds of fun stuff. So outdoor upholstery is like my thing. You know, believe it or not, the only thing that's hard to get out is oil. Because polyester is an oil-philic fiber, and it attracts oil. It's very difficult to get oil out of polyester.
Huh.
We can climb up there, right?
You really, the slate probably doesn't really need anything.
Well, it doesn't need pressure wash because it will flake off. But to have it rinsed off gently is wonderful for it. It's not hard.
Yeah, to get up there, you can either go through the house or just go straight up there.
Yeah, I won't let my guys go to your house, but I'm happy to have them. I'm afraid if they have bleach on their shoes or something, I don't want to deal with that. But.
Yeah. Obviously, we're renovating the pool. I was just wanting to get this done before the pool renovation starts because I thought it might be a good idea not to rinse all this stuff into the newly fixed pool water. So, and they're going to start sometime soon. So I don't know about this breaking up the roof in the house thing. I'm trying to get ahead of them doing this.
All the stuff I wouldn't be concerned with that, to be honest with you. When we imagine a screen enclosure, imagine you have a screen enclosure over your pool. We've got all kinds of chemicals and dirt and gunk all in people's pools. It doesn't affect it at all. Believe it or not, I know it's going to be hard to believe. My pool at my house, 65 feet long by 25 feet wide.
Wow.
We joke around. We bought a pool and the house came with it. It's an old 1980s house. Yeah, the chemistry of what I use that will land in your pool isn't going to hurt anything.
I'd still rather get it done before they.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. You don't know exactly when they're coming?
Well, I've been waiting on tile and coping for a couple of months now, so it's going to happen probably within weeks, I guess.
Okay. Beautiful house like yours, it's perfect for this program, just to keep up on it.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll give it a try.
Okay. Just need a card to put on file.
Okay. Yeah. So normally we're at 23 cents for your house wash, but I'll lower that for you. I'll do it at $5.57. I'll cut it in half for you.
Okay. Sure.
So this will be the only time you'll have to pay this amount. The first time to do your roof and your house and the pressure washing, it'll be $15.77, and then from then on out, it will just be that number there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a photo of this from my notes. I gotta talk to the office, but let's make a plan here.
I will hold off the people until you get it done.
Okay.